Hey guys, I'm Esther from Spicy Vegan, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to make this creamy, delicious lemon tahini dressing. So just look at how delicious this is. Yum! I absolutely love this dressing. It's on one of my favorite salads, and I'll attach the video up above. But you can use this on so many different things. You can use it on your tempeh, you can use it as a topping on your tofu, you can use it on any of your salads. Anytime you would need sort of a lemony, creamy sauce, this is the one for you. It's vegan, it's made with tahini. Tahini has loads of health benefits. It's so healthy for you, and we get that nice zesty sour from the lemon, and we also have a little bit of maple syrup in that. So I'm going to show you guys exactly how I make this, and I hope you love this video on the lemon tahini dressing. Okay, so let's get started with all of our ingredients here. You can pause the screen if you want to look at that a little bit longer, but we're going to go through all of the ingredients. So I'm going to start with my 5 tablespoons of tahini. So tahini can come in a variety of consistencies. So you're going to have to use a little bit of water potentially to thin it out if yours is fairly thick like mine is here. It's kind of like peanut butter in a sense that it is thicker at the bottom of the jar, and you have to stir it really well in order to get it to all stay together like this. So I'm going to just give that little bit of a stir before I use it. And then next up, we're going to be using a 1/4 cup of lemon juice. So if you don't have a fresh lemon, you can use a lemon juice from the container, but I have fresh lemon at home, and it's always better if you can use fresh. I actually ended up only needing about half of one of those lemons. And then I've got a teaspoon of salt here. Mine is coarse grain because I accidentally bought coarse grain, not because I prefer it. Next, a clove of garlic, or if you don't have a clove of garlic, you can use a teaspoon of garlic powder. And then we've got a tablespoon of pure maple syrup to sweeten that up a little. And I've got a mason jar here, but if you don't, you can easily just whisk this in a bowl to mix it together. So let's get started with that. First things first, we've got our fresh lemon. I have a lime squeezer. It's a little bit small, but it does the trick. So I'm going to use that and just measure out to make sure that I've got exactly a 1/4 cup here. I find that's the perfect balance for me of how much lemon I want in this dressing. And I'm going to add that into the mason jar so that it's just going to be really easy for me to mix and also really easy for me to store. But don't forget, if you don't have a fresh lemon, no problem. You can use lemon juice. And then next up, I've got my 5 tablespoons of tahini here. It's going to stick a little bit to the bottom of the bowl, so I just want to make sure I give that a good scrape and make sure I get all of that delicious tahini in there. And then I've got my tablespoon of pure maple syrup. You can adjust this a little if you like it to be a little bit more, a little bit less sweet. That's totally fine. And then I've got my garlic clove here. I'm going to throw it in my little garlic press. I absolutely love using this thing. So I'm going to show you guys a little tip of it, but I just find it so satisfying to press garlic and watch it come out of this. It actually reminds me when I was a kid. Seriously, this was like my favorite toy that I had, the Play-Doh hair cutting salon where the hair would come out the Play-Doh and you would cut it. It just reminds me so much of that. Hit me in the comments below if you know that toy that I'm talking about. Now, I find on the first press, this is just a little tip or trick. You don't get all the garlic out, so I just grab it and push it over to the side and push it through again, and I actually get a ton more garlic out. So that's just a little tip or trick if you have a garlic press that is similar to this one. I like it so much better than mincing garlic personally. I'm gonna dump my salt in there. Put the jar on that mason lid, and I'm gonna shake it like a Polaroid picture. Have a little fun shaking that up. And now, because I haven't added any water yet, just to show you guys, I wanted to check the consistency. This is super thick, so this is way too thick for a salad dressing, which is what I'm going to be using it for. If you were using this for something else and you wanted it to be thicker, then sure. I'm going to add in about almost 4 tablespoons of, I think that was about 3 or 4 tablespoons. Shake it up again, and I've got the perfect consistency, but add it 1 tablespoon at a time because you can't take it away once it's in. And the more you make this, the more you'll kind of be able to eyeball it right at the start. You'll just check the thickness of your tahini and you'll know exactly how much water you're gonna need to put in. But remember, you can't take it away, so just add it slowly. All right, so let me just give that a little taste test. Even though it's not on anything, I like to taste test all of my dressings regardless of if it's on a salad or anything like that. I don't know if that's weird or not, but here we go. Mmm. So good. Chef's kiss. Love it. It's so perfectly balanced with the fat from the tahini, the creaminess, the nuttiness from the tahini, and just the sour and zesty flavor that we're getting from that fresh squeezed lemon juice, and just that little bit of sweet from the maple syrup, and of course the salt from the salt. The perfect balance, and just that little bit of garlic to add a little bit of extra flavor. Honestly, this is one of my very favorite dressings. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate you guys watching. If you liked this video, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button below. And if you have any questions at all, or if there are any other recipes you would like to see veganized, make sure you hit me in the comment section below.